What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the best of both worlds. And what are those worlds? Living in a more rural, quiet area, but still getting that city life. If you saw my video, 3 reasons why you should live in Connecticut, part 2, I'll put the little tag right here so you can click on it and go watch it. But I talked about the lifestyles in Connecticut and how there's many different ones that you can get. And I was asked to do this video on, a couple towns where you're not too close to the city, where it's busy, but close enough where you're not too far, where you have to plan out. You have to drive an hour and a half away to go to the city. That's not Connecticut really at all. You can live pretty much anywhere. More in the northeast, the upper right corner of Connecticut is more filled with towns. You do have to drive a little bit to get to a bigger city, but overall the towns I'm talking about today, they are really within about 30 minutes at the most away from a city. So I'm going to be telling you the 5 best towns in my opinion to live in if you want the best of both worlds. All right, so the first town that you should live in is Wolcott. Wolcott is about 20-ish minutes north, 15 to 20 minutes north of Waterbury. Every time I've driven through it, it's just extremely quiet. Like, I hear more trees and birds than I do cars. I would definitely, I would ride my bike with my kids. I don't have any, but I would do it. I feel more than fine. It's very quiet, very peaceful. So if you are looking for somewhere like Wolcott, that's definitely the place for you. I feel like when it comes to real estate wise, you do get a good amount of land with the houses. I've been to a couple houses where they've had whole lakes, and they have longer driveways. That's basically rock, but when you drive up, it's nothing but peace and just serene, and it's beautiful over there. It really is. My mom was even looking at houses over there because she's like, I like how quiet it is. And Wolcott is only about 15 minutes from Southington, which is, about southeast from Wolcott is Southington. And Southington's a little bit more busy. It's still a little bit quieter, but if you looking for restaurants, food, coffee, Southington is definitely a good city to be near you. But what's also near Wolcott is Hartford. It's almost directly east, a little bit northeast of it. And Hartford is one of the bigger cities in Connecticut. You will find literally anything in Hartford, any type of food, any type of anything. And there's a lot of events that are in Hartford as well. So Wolcott is definitely a great place to get the best of both worlds. And it's not too far from Southington and Hartford. Second town that gives you the best of both worlds is my hometown, North Haven. Yeah, when I tell you that nothing goes on here, literally nothing. If you want that peace and quiet, I wouldn't live closer to Route 5, which is like the major road that's from North Haven all the way to Meriden. It is more busy over there because that's where all the stores are, but there are more than enough side streets. And we're only 15 minutes from New Haven. That's with traffic. I can honestly get there in like 10, but you're definitely not missing out on much. Like I said, only 15 minutes. And Hammonasset Beach, which is in Madison, which I'll be talking about later in this video, is only 35 minutes-ish, 30 minutes with traffic from North Haven. So you can definitely, North Haven is a very centralized town. The location is great. Not much happens. There's a lot of dogs, a lot of kids just riding their bike. It's definitely a very family-friendly town. And even if you don't want to go to New Haven, we border Hamden, and Hamden is almost always lively, at least Whitney Avenue and Jitswell. And you can get almost anything over there that you need as well. So North Haven is number 2. Number 3 is Bethany, which is very similar to North Haven, where not much happens, but you're very close to the surrounding cities. Bethany is it borders Woodbridge as well. So between Woodbridge and Bethany as a whole, they're pretty quiet. Bethany is on the border of Route 63. So if you do live closer to that, it is a little bit more busy. But when you go more in town to Bethany, that's where it's quiet. Like, same thing with Wolcott, where you drive through it and you're hearing more birds and trees, the wind. more than you hear like cars and people. Bethany is only 15 minutes from New Haven. If you take Route 63, you're literally driving into downtown New Haven straight. It's a straight way. And even if you don't want to go to New Haven, Boston Post Road, which runs from Milford and Orange, actually really West Haven, Milford, Orange, and that can literally give you anything you need. So once again, Bethany, 20 minutes from Boston Post Road, but not too bad. So definitely number 3 is Bethany. Number 4, and I mentioned it earlier in this video, was Madison, Connecticut. Madison it's so beautiful there. They definitely have, it is more expensive to live in Madison, but you are definitely paying for it. I go to Madison at least a couple times a month for other reasons, but whenever I go, it's so peaceful. They are on the water, and people do have beach houses there. It's peaceful over there. They walk dogs, stuff like that. And Madison, the side streets, it's just, I actually love Madison with my whole heart, and it is home to Hammonasset. And so you have the beach, you have that peaceful quality, and they also have private communities with beach access to it. So you don't even have to go to Hammonasset. If you're part of that community, you can have your own little private beach. I believe I have a picture of it. I'll put it up, but if not, I will grab a picture from Google so you guys get a gist of what I'm talking about. But Madison is a great place to live. It borders Guilford, and so either one of those is great. And it's only about 30 minutes to New Haven. But honestly, if you're going west, you can go to New Haven, definitely. But if you want to go towards New London County, Madison is like right in the middle, to be honest, of like, I'd say like New London and New Haven. So it's a great central location to go east or west to the major cities. Last but not least is Cromwell. I never really paid attention to Cromwell, and it wasn't until this past year that when I go there, it's like I'm in my own world in a sense. Cromwell it's its own little area in the sense. It is very quiet, once again, peaceful whenever I drive through it and I stop in. The roads aren't too busy at all. Even if you live on a main road, it's still not bad. Yeah, so Cromwell, it's not that big, but it feels like it. Like I said, it's like its own little community in a sense, its own little world. But the best part about Cromwell is it's bordering Middletown. Middletown is another city in Connecticut. They have a strip where you park, similar to New Haven, where you park and you can walk up and down for things you need. They have ice cream restaurants, Italian, Chinese, vegan options, coffee. They have mainly everything that you can find as well. So if you do not want to go to New Haven, it's close to Hartford as well, but Middletown is literally right next door. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're looking for some towns that will give you the best of both worlds, that quietness, but you're not too far from the city life, I hope you enjoyed this video and you got some insight from it. And if you want a part 2, because there definitely is more cities and or towns that can give you this, I can do a part 2. Just comment below. And if you did like this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so you get notified when I post my next video. I will see you guys later.